إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعين به ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما أما بعد فإن خير الكلام كلام الله وخير الهدي هدي سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. Just a reminder, brothers and sisters, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us any communication or talking during Khutbah al-Jum'ah invalidates Khutbah al-Jum'ah. This is a reminder that as the Khatib goes up to give the Khutbah, no talking should take place, nothing should interrupt you, even touching your mobile phone or talking to another person next to you. Abu Uthman al-Nahdi said, Muslims used to celebrate 3 10s. The last 10 days of Ramadan, the first 10 days of the Hijjah, and the first 10 days of Muharram. The concept is, as maybe you heard it from other khatibs, that Allah Almighty gives us seasons of opportunities. You see, nations before, at the time of other prophets, the lifespan of the human being was longer than 60 or 70 years old. They used to live 200 to 300-400 years. And Allah has blessed Muslims, since they have a short lifespan, that Allah Almighty had magnified or multiplied the reward on their actions to compensate the short period of time that we live in this earth. Yet seasons of opportunities Allah brings by, as we just finished of the 10th of the Hijjah, where hasanat and your actions are multiplied and your sins are forgiven of this year and last year and so forth, gives an incentive to a person who has, and all of us actually, who have a problem in their relationship with Allah. Successes and failures, sins, and then you go back. The concept of the good deeds, its ideology in Islam is not available in any other religion. Others talk about goodwill, good charity, and it stops at there. But as you notice, I will share with you the thoughts of our Muslim scholars. What does the perspective of good actions lead to? Abu Sulaiman al-Darani said, whoever who obeys Allah during the day is rewarded at night. And whoever obeys Allah during the night is rewarded during the day. From the good actions and the obedience of Allah Almighty, if you do something good, Allah will create a chain reaction of your good deeds. Another opportunity comes by and you do it. And it gives birth to a third or a fourth or a fifth, just like a chain effect in doing good deeds. So, as he said, if you want a better qiyam layl or tahajjud, keep your eyes away from looking into haram during daytime. If you want to wake up for Salat al-Fajr, give charity without people knowing that you gave it, the people around you. If you want to see that your prayer and you concentrate on your prayer, do the good work of coming early to the masjid rather than wait before the adhan to commence and you come to the masjid. So every action has a reaction, and it opens up doors and avenues for you to do the good deeds. As Zubayr ibn al-Awwam said, if you see a man doing something good, let that be known his action is due to something good that he had done before that. It is a reaction of an action. And if you see him doing something bad, let him know that be known that bad action leads to another bad action. Any violation leads to any violation. Imam Ibn al-Qayyim said in a good description, he said, when you do something, you obey Allah. It is just like you take a seed of a plant and you sow it. And then it grows up into a tree. And that tree has fruits grow on that tree. You enjoy the fruit, and then the seed inside the fruit, you throw it and you sow it again, and it grows another tree. And on that tree there are fruits, and then you enjoy the fruits of that tree, and the seed of the fruit, you also put it on the ground and it grows again and again and again. So that is how the good deeds create the chain reaction. You keep people on doing good, and Allah rewards you of opportunities of good deeds. He said, he continued to say, and good opportunities come one after the other until you reach a unique stage where you cannot stop not doing good. He said, it is like the air that you breathe. The minute you stop doing good, you feel yourself, you are choked, and you cannot bear that thing. Till you go back again, doing good again, because you cannot stop anymore. He continued to say, it is as if the whole earth is on your chest and you cannot breathe because you stopped doing the good action, till you get back in doing good. And he said again, Imam Ibn Taymiyyah said, the support from Allah in doing good action is based on your faith in your relationship between you and Allah. The stronger your relationship with Allah is, the more support you will get from the angels in finding opportunities to do good in the world you live in. And if your faith is weak, the weaker support from the angels to do the good deeds, vice versa. Imam Ibn al-Qayyim said, the more you try to perfect your relationship with Allah, the more support you will get from Allah in doing the good actions. Abu Ubaidah ibn al-Jarrah, in his will, or as he was dying, he was giving advice to the people around him, companion of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, Abu Ubaidah ibn al-Jarrah. He said, don't let this life deceive you. If one of you would live 1,000 years, definitely the day will come that he will die, as you see in me, as I am dying. Allah has said and commanded and ordered that all mankind have a day to die, and they will all die. The smartest one among them is the one who obeys Allah, and he does his actions for the day that is yet to come, on the day of judgment. Abu Ubaidah ibn al-Jarrah said, the disaster is when you make a sin and you don't back it up with good action, and one sin leads to another and you are destroyed. In his speech, he reminds and he says, perhaps some people, they want to make sure that the clothes they wear are so clean, yet their faith is so dirty. They pamper themselves and indulge themselves in pampering and their desires, yet they degrade themselves in the wrongful desires. Catch up with your sins the old sins with new good deeds. That is, if you have a history of bad things, or for one reason or another, you did something that angers Allah Almighty, you immediately take action and do something good in front of it. He continued to say, if one of you made mistakes between him and the heavens, all the way to the top, and then he made something good, a hasanah on top of it, the hasanah will prevail among all of the bad actions that he had done till it destroys all of it. And in the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, وَأَتْبِعِ السَّيِّئَةَ الْحَسَنَةَ تَمْحُهَا, and follow any evil action with good deed, it will wipe it out. And in Surah Hud, verse 114, إِنَّ الْحَسَنَاتِ يُذْهِبْنَ السَّيِّئَاتِ ذَلِكَ ذِكْرَى لِلذَّاكِرِينَ. Good deeds remove bad deeds. And this is a reminder for those who wish to remember. Therefore, whenever you see yourself doing something good, remember, it must be something in the past that you have done good that gives you an opportunity. It is an opportunity of your strength of Iman that Allah gives you channels to do good, and therefore your relationship with Allah is an indicator with your good actions. أقول ما تسمعون وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعهم بإحسان يوم الدين. 4 factors should be in your mind all the time. That is, for sure, each one of us is going to depart from this world. And it is extremely important that these 4 factors are in your mind all the time. One of them, it's a question you ask yourself. If you were to die now, are you anxious to meet Allah, or are you scared from meeting Allah? The second factor, the second factor is, how would you like your death to be, the situation of your death? Would you like the angel of death to come to take your soul while you are performing Umrah, for example, or while you are in the Masjid, you're doing sujood, or during your prayers, or after doing something good in obedience of Allah, the angel of death takes your life away, or you are reading the Quran and all of a sudden you die while reading the Quran, or as you are saying the Shahada, you die as you are saying the Shahada. The third factor, the location of your death, because the location of your death is your witness for you. Did you die in a masjid? Did you die in a place that Allah said it is forbidden for you to be in? Did you die while you're doing something good to please Allah? Or did you die while you are doing a sin that Allah told you it is haram to do? Did you die among good Muslims around you and friends that you know their relationship is good with Allah Almighty? Or would you rather die with people whom their relationship with Allah is so bad that there is no reminder from them? The fourth principle, which day you want to die? Would you rather die on Friday, or the Friday night, or in the blessed hour on Friday, where other prayers are accepted? So therefore, these factors, as they remain in your mind, will help you direct yourself towards monitoring your relationship with Allah. And whenever there is an opportunity of doing well and good, you go ahead and do it, because in your mind all the time you should have the right answer, the sense of how your end is going to be. reflects on your daily behavior. I ask Allah Almighty in what I have said will be held for us and not against us. And I ask Allah Almighty to give us the life to live the seasons of opportunities. And yet we have another season within 2 weeks from now, inshallah, the month of Muharram. Also our deeds and rewards are multiplied for us to give and fix our relationship with Allah. اللهم اغفر لنا ولوالدينا وأصلح فساد قلوبنا وثبتنا على طاعتك. اللهم اغفر لنا خطأنا وجهلنا وإسرافنا في أمرنا وما أنت أعلم به منا. اللهم اغفر لنا ما قدمنا وما أخرنا وما أسررنا وما أعلنا. أنت المقدم وأنت المؤخر وأنت على كل شيء قدير. اللهم إنا نسألك الهدى والتقى والعفاف والغنى. اللهم آت نفوسنا تقواها وزكيها أنت خير من زكاها أنت وليها ومولاها. اللهم اكفنا بحلالك عن حرامك وبفضلك عما سواك. اللهم آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم اجعلنا لك شاكرين لك ذاكرين لك مطواعين منيبين. اللهم احفظنا بالإسلام قائمين واحفظنا بالإسلام قاعدين واحفظنا بالإسلام راقدين ولا تشمت بنا أعداء حاسدين. اللهم نسألك من خير ما سألك عبدك ونبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم ونعوذ بك من شر ما استعاذ منه عبدك ونبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم نسألك الجنة وما قرب إليها من قول وعمل ونعوذ بك من النار وما قرب إليها من قول وعمل. عباد الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. وأقم الصلاة.